Welcome back to Factorio with me, JD. We're about to clock over to 46 days pure runtime on this map. Playtime's very, yeah, not accurate. Mainly because, like, the last 13 hours, I think, since the last episode, the game's been running and I wasn't here. Yeah. But as you can see, robot worker speed 18. 18's finished. So, and it's finished because, you know, the game pauses instantly when research finishes, and I've just sat down and got rid of the screen and looked at the time and decided, look, let's start recording 20 seconds from an autosave. But, okay. I've been running for a couple of minutes. We've got a couple of problems. One, there are copper trains stacked up trying to get copper, which is not a... it's not a sneeze problem. That's for sure. It's a copper ore problem. And it's just not enough copper ore. And we have 20 copper outposts. So that's something we need to fix, for lack of a better term. At the same story, this intersection is getting quite busy. Mainly because the ore trains for... well, long story short, we're going to back up along this line. It's not a solid backup, it's just a low throughput problem. Fixes? Not sure at the moment. Iron ore trains are outputting here to the right and coming down here and then turning left. Problem is they're turning left on this line, which is stopping these trains. So that's a iron train and that's a copper train. So we need to, one, force the iron trains off those inside lines. So we need to get the iron trains off this line. We need to get the copper trains off this line. The idea is to have iron, it's changed again, but iron, copper, and then oil, stone, and everything else. So we need to actually go about that soon. At the same time, we still have a giant stacker problem. It's just not working. Yeah, there are trains stacked up here forever. These are still empty. These are empty, and the trains are just parked here. So, I'm going to attempt to fix that. And... oh, random train track. Oh, that's right, because I copied and pasted. I copied and pasted when I split it into 2, because it's now split into 4. I'm thinking... and of course, trains are parked all the way at the bottom. So you'll see these two trains are picking this second track. And I'm thinking trains are not repathing because they have multiple options on this track. So, you've moved through, you've passed that signal. That guy should go. But he's not for some reason. So we're going to try the debug menu. Show train paths. Now everybody else is buggered off to a different line. That'd be about right. Alright, still doesn't matter. They're still trying to use this path, even though there's a train on it. When he pulls in, that's when they move to a new path. So, I'm actually thinking the problem is, as always, my fault. Don't stand on the train tracks, you're guaranteed to get killed. If I change those to snow, if I change, so thinking if I change those to solid signals, but that means a train will come and park right here. Actually, no. If I remove that one and change those to solid signals, and then do the same with that one, and change those to solid signals, remove that one, change those to solid signals, and you already don't have one. There's not meant to be a signal there. Oh, I gotta get rid of odd random signals that I've left laying around. Any more random signals laying around? Yep. Let's get rid of those bonus signals whilst we're here. Come on, bot, hurry up. Yeah, they're at speed 18, they're still too bloody slow. That one, is there one there? Nope. That one. Oop, train. There's one there. Alright, now I need a backlog of trains. That's my next thing that I actually need. Any random signals that I've left? You. Alright, run down and pick these up. Because yes, I've literally spent the last so the game's run for 13 hours, but I haven't actually been here for 2 days. 2.5 days. 2.5 days. Let's go with 2.5 days. And I've been thinking about this stacker problem because it's getting to me. It's really, really getting to me. It's causing us more hassles and more delays than anything else. And I haven't come up with a good idea at all. I have looked at, going back to a single line because that in theory has enough throughput. I've looked at... No, we still have really preferencing that second line. Well, although, according to that, there's 3 going at once. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to cut that. We're going to cut that. We're going to... Which one are you on? You're on that line. So we're going to cut that line. And as soon as this train's made it through, we're going to cut this line. Then we're going to wait a minute for the stacker to build up. Yeah, I don't really want to manipulate what trains are already in there. Are there any at a station? No, you're loading correctly. Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, there's not really a lot of trains stuck waiting to load because their outposts are dead. No, there's none. Good. Turn that off. That's 4 trains. I want 5 or 6. I want a good amount so that when we turn it on, we can actually see whether it works. Yeah, copper works flawlessly. without the waypoint station. It just rolls straight in. And it's on... Actually, no. We're not even turning off the copper stations. It just works. And I'm thinking that's just because the pathfinding is a little bit easier. It's a little bit less complicated. Well, a lot less complicated. You know, 4, maybe 6 of these builds might be the max that the trains can handle. And because we went the size and scale that I have a habit of going, that fucked everything up. Alright, that's officially enough trains. Alright, so let's try this puppy out. We're going to do that. We're going to go... Oops. Shit. Which train broke? None of them. Good. I want to ghost these in place. And then put my bots back on. So you're pulling forward. You're pulling forward. We're using 2 at the same time. They'll clear those. Now, in theory, as soon as this passes this signal, another 2 can go. 1. No, you've repathed already. You were going there and then you've changed your mind. Yeah, we still got the trains preferencing this track being 1, 2, 3 stations. That turns off. Yeah, see, he's pulled even further forward. And then another train's beaten him to the punch. But we do have 3 trains going at the same time. That is an improvement, even if they're arguing over which goes to what station. You gonna get to go now? Yeah. Alright, we've got 3 trains running. So the problem might have been JD and signals. Big surprise. Shock and horror. God, that UPS is getting low. Oh, yeah, we're sort of crunchy. Yeah, 266,000 copper and 100,000 plate. Which is not big numbers, but... let's turn off... No, let's leave that on for a minute. Time usage. Our trains has got high. Not the train pathfinding, that's not my problem, just trains. Because there's a lot of trains. And it's getting worse. It really wants to fill these 3 center stations. You're on enable, disable, you're on enable, disable. Yeah, I could add a train station up here, which will instantly add a penalty. And because of a penalty, then yeah, it will... Trains will automatically pick any other track, but the problem is, this one then dies out. You're coming up to here to here. Look, this is the next iteration. We're going to try this one. Turn that off. Turn that off. Yeah, that's the point I'm at. I don't have a better suggestion for right now. In theory, which is something that the system was always designed to do. Whereas, if I put a full-blown signal in, not on that one, on that one. So if I put a full-blown signal here, then they'll pass this signal and they'll pass down to here. And then when these clear, they've only got a short distance to travel. Rather, at the moment, they're traveling from all the way out here to, in, which means when, and now one train's not going to do it. When trains are exiting, they're stopping here. And they're waiting for ages for this train to come from the stacker all the way in. Yeah, he's doing it right now. No. He's waiting on the one above. Yeah, they're waiting for the train to pass and move all the way in before they can cross. Which is just a fault with... Not really with the signaling, but with how I've set up the signals. Yeah, there we go. Oh no, he stopped. So yeah, I don't have... I still don't have a good answer. I still don't have an answer why, like, we have trains stacked up. In theory, these guys should start picking a different, a different station, a different track. They should go, okay, well, look, I can't pass to there, I'm going to pass to the next one. The problem is they don't repath from a chain signal. They repath from a full signal, but if I change that to a full signal, they'll pull forward to the next chain signal. Which is a fault with the game, I guess, because you only want to repath from a there's no logical reason to repath from a full signal. Repath from a chain signal, yes, because chain signals are what we use to lead to multiple paths. But look, it is improved. It's less than perfect still. We still never have enough trains coming down to the steel, which is leading to a overall steel problem. Like, purple's out because both its steel trains are right here. All three of its steel trains are right here, waiting for ore. Okay, so that fixed that problem. Because in the past, this guy would have to wait forever for this train to come from the stacker all the way in before this guy got to go again. I don't have an answer. Right at the moment, I don't have an answer. Yeah, that's meant to be broken. Apart from... We've wasted almost 20 minutes doing this. So, next episode, which I'm going to start recording right after this one, is I'm going to start tapping all these little copper outposts and shit that we've left behind. Mainly... Oh, and I'm going to actually save and install a mod, which is, I feel, a little bit of a cheaty mod. But it's for my personal robot, so I don't find it cheaty, if that makes sense. But we'll go over that in the next episode. But yeah, I'm going to start tapping all these little guys. Because, 1.3 million is not a lot, but with our productivity bonus and it being 10 times, that's actually 13 million. That's 54 million. That's 12 million. Oh, and whilst we're here, we're going to put the running suit on so I can get around in a hurry. Because I need to manually go change some train tracks. Which we will do this episode. And it's to force trains... train. Onto the correct pathing. Okay. What do you do, power pole? Nothing important. And I need the other suit on so I can actually see what I'm doing at night. Thank you. Chain signal? Full signal. That'll do. It's not clean, but it doesn't matter. So that means iron can now come in from any track, and copper, which is all the way down there, so that's going to require a running suit, needs to move to the inner 2 tracks. And you also need to output, of course. There's always a signal in the way. Do I have a night vision? I don't need a RoboPort. Put a night vision in. It makes things easier. Okay. And I need to change your input to the same 2 tracks. No, hang on. Where's your input? Over there. Your input is currently every track. Good. And your input is every track as well. So yeah, the other idea I have is I'm going to start moving. That's copper plate. That's also copper plate. No, they're fine. Yeah, I'm going to start moving the tracks over, the trains over to different tracks, just so we have less complications. But yeah, look, that's, well, less complications, less traffic issues. Yeah, that's a much more accurate term. But yeah, I'm going to call it here for this episode. I'm also trying really, really hard to start doing the whole, YouTube episodes should be 20 minutes. So for those of you who don't like the hour-long marathon episodes where I've just hit record and forgot to finish recording or forgot to end or whatever, good news for you guys. For those of you that enjoyed the sort of JJ fucked up and ran for way too long episodes, terribly sorry, but I'm going to try this whole 20-minute thing, because I was pretty good to start with, and I've just got worse and worse and worse. But yeah, first thing we need to do is we need to fix copper. Because we don't have enough copper all going into the smelters, which are slowing down the copper trains, which is slowing down the green circuit trains, because you can see they're backed up the wazoo. Oh, you come all the way down there, do you? Oh, yeah, I did that for green circuits. Although, that shouldn't be a full signal. Your path there. Yeah, they're all pathing to this one, which is stupid, because they could path to this one, and they're not. Yeah, train pathfinding. Because there's enough room to park one whole train here. There's not enough room to park a train here, so that has to be fixed. But yeah, we just don't have enough copper. So yeah, I'm going to go fix that in the very next episode, and it will be a time-lapsey, montagey episode where I just throw on 2 mods, do an intro, and then probably spend like an hour outposting, if not longer, because I want to tap every bloody thing I can. I want to fill this stacker, which is 20 tracks, so 40 trains, so I can add 20 more without an issue. 28 more? Yeah, because I can hold 8 in here. And then I can even put in change some signals here and take it up even higher. But yeah, like I said, thank you guys for watching. As always, if you haven't already subscribed, please do. That way you can see the next time I fuck things up. And I will catch you guys in the next episode. Alright, bye!